Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Since last time I went and I bought 3 of each ingredient here since I have so much money anyway, so I figured, I might as well. And I also upgraded Estelle's Orb Mint so that every single slot is a level 2. Now, here we can leave Ruan, and if you have anything else that you want to do in Ruan, don't leave. If you want to move on to Zeiss, which you do, we're going to check in. Okay, there are some people that have their dialogue changed a little bit, you know? Everybody changes their dialogue so much in this game, it's insane. If you want to see that dialogue, let me know. I'll do like a bonus episode or something. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it be. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody just kind of says, thank you so much. Or they just go on about their little merry little lives. So let's get on board. Hey, wait a sec! Oh, it's the orphans! The kids! What are all you guys doing here? We came to say goodbye. Man, you guys are so cold. Just taking off without saying anything to us. You guys are meanie faces, the worst kind! Miss Chloe, why do you have to go? I'm sorry, everyone. I was going to say goodbye, but we thought you were all out. I get it. They were out coming to Ruan. I kind of feel silly now. Hang on, though. That'd mean Teresa's. I'm glad to see that we made it on time. Yeah, if you went to the orphanage, there was just like a little sign that said the door was locked, so you couldn't get in anyway. Matron Teresa! And even Jill and Hans came. Well duh, like we'd missed this. It kinda cut close though. Thanks to the fact that you wanted to wait to the last second to keep it a surprise, Jill. Hey, all's well that ends well, right? Actually, it was Jill who let us know that you were leaving. I thought that it would be nice if we can come see you off. Pay no mind to the old man in the corner. Oh, sir. I heard that Joshua ran away from home. Matron Teresa told us what happened. I'm sorry, I should have told you all. No, it's okay. We'll pray that Joshua comes home real soon. We'll pray to Adios every day. Oh, thank you. I'll throw my prayers into the pile too. Stella, Chloe, you two be careful, okay? You do need to try your best, but don't overdo it and put yourself in danger. If something happened to you, I don't think he'd ever be able to forgive himself. I'll remember that. Oh, look after Chloe. I know that she seems strong, but she's still a little fragile in some ways. Matron, I'm right here, you know. Leave her to me. I kind of suspect that she's going to be helping us out more than anything, though. Well, Chloe, use this as a chance to examine yourself and your desires. Don't fret. Simply look for the answer that you've been seeking. I will. I promise. Bracers and students both aspire to the path of knowledge in their own ways. You two have grown immensely in the short amount of time that you've been here. Always remember, you never run out of things to learn. Do not become so overconfident that you forget to learn. If you remember that, there's no obstacle in the world that you can defeat. Okay, final boarding call. Well, we need to get on there. Let's go. You know, the train at 9 3/4 leaves, boom, right on the dot. Yeah, I've been watching way too much Harry Potter. I'm actually reading the entire series right now. I've never read it before. You know, it wasn't published till I was, like, in college, so, yeah, I never had the chance to read it, but now that I have a bunch of free time on my hands, why not? So I'm on book 5 right now, and it's good, I like it, I enjoy it. Book number 1 and 2 were kind of boring, but hey, it's gotten a lot better. So here we are on Cecilia. Yeah. I liked Wild Arms. That was a good one. I like the first one better than Alter Code F, better than the remake, actually. So, first things first, let's just go around and talk to some people. Oh, yeah, the signing ceremony. What's that? Signing a non-aggression pact with the same country that we fought for 3 months of bloody slaughter just a decade ago. I hope it'll finally melt the ice a little between our two nations. Oh, really? The main thing that you want to do here is talk to Oliver twice. You have to talk to him twice. If you don't do anything else on this ship, talk to Oliver twice. Enjoying our flight through the heavens? Look, gaze upon this magnificent azure sky. But there's nothing better to drink to. Well, the weather's great and the sky is pretty, but we're almost to Zeiss, Oliver. Should you really be drinking? Come on now, don't say that. Somewhere beneath this brilliant sky is my beloved Joshua. The pain he must be feeling on his solitary journey. Such thought drives a man to drink, you see. Excuse me, but that's entirely and exclusively my line. At least things never got too serious with you around. I guess that's a good thing. Kinda. Maybe. I shall take that as the highest praise. I'm relieved, however. The Black Fang. I had wondered if the words of the Phantom Thief had shaken you. I see I had no cause to be concerned, however. You have a will of iron, Estelle. Oh, you were worried about me, Oliver? That's kinda sweet. Remember, I'm a wandering bard and poet, ever in search of that pinnacle of human affection. Maidens in love shall find no greater an ally than I. You don't need a staffing today. I promise, I was not teasing you. I actually find your relationship heartwarming. Those new clothes of yours, for example, you purchased them because you wish for Joshua to see you in them, yes? You look excellent in them, I must say. What's with the embarrassing compliments all of a sudden? Besides, Shara got me these clothes as a present. Joshua, well, maybe he'd like them. A little. What's with that look? Forgive me, that was just, more than I expected. Let us leave that topic behind for a while, then. Come, Estelle. I shall treat you to a legal cocktail. I guess it's a bit tempting, but we're nearly to Zeiss. Try not to drink the whole bar yourself, Oliver, or you'll pass out and miss our stop. Heh, not to worry. I only lose myself in drink when it's poured by a lovely lady. You realize that's not something to brag about, right? Talk to him again. On that note, Estelle, would you like to read a certain book? It's very interesting, although it's banned in Arabonia. A banned? If you're trying to push smut on me, Oliver, I swear to adios. Not at all. It's a pleasant novel set in the Calvar Republic. But alas, our noble imperial overlords have deemed it improper for our education. So you can't find it in the Empire's borders. Oh, I see. This Empire is kind of a hard place to live, huh? I've heard reports of its quality, and now I've finally had a chance to read it. Everything I've heard was true. It's a most excellent reading. Neat. What kind of story is it? See for yourself. I'm quite done with it, so go ahead and take it. Thanks. Okay, we get Gambler Jack, Volume 3, which I'm going to be showing at the end of the episode, as I normally do with all the other books that we get. Now, we only have to talk to Chloe and Agate to make the ship dock, but I'll go ahead and talk to everybody else. Why not? So, nobody really says that much of anything important except that one guy that I talked to earlier about the non-aggression pact. That's kind of, important to know. So, let's head on outside. Talk to Chloe. Oh, hi, Estelle. Taking a walk around the ship? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Chloe, what do you want to do when you get back to Grand Cell? Do you want to get the Royal Guard and fly there? Nah, of course not. That'd be a little obvious. I just use normal flights like anyone else. I usually go back twice a year, once for New Year's and once for Grandma's birthday. So you're kind of used to passenger flight, huh? But what does Sieg do then? Does he fly along at his own pace to the capital? Well, Sieg, come here. Whoa! Sorry, I'm just calling you for a moment. That was a surprise. Sieg can follow the ship? Sieg can fly at speeds of up to 1,800 selg per hour. Most airships cruise at around half that. So to Sieg, this isn't much faster than an evening stroll. I see. You really are better than the average falcon, aren't you, Sieg? Sieg's speed is the reason he's so useful for contacting the Royal Guard. If for some reason I can't use powered communication, nothing in the country can carry a message faster than Sieg. I thought so. I remember how fast you got in touch with Julia during that thing with the mayor. Yeah. So, kind of like using owls for communication if we're gonna talk about Harry Potter again. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, moving stairs and hot springs. Really? So they have, like, escalators there. Leiston Fortress. Huh. I don't know about that place, but, let's go on up... Well, actually, let's head downstairs first, because Agate's upstairs, and I want to make sure that I, talk to everybody on here, just for completion's sake, because you can go back to Ruan if you want to, later on. You can't really go back onto these specific flights later on if you don't want to, so I just want to make sure. And if you want to just, just move on, just get on out of here, all you gotta do is talk to Oliver, Chloe, and Agate, and you only have to talk to them once, but I would recommend talking to Oliver twice, and then that's it. That's all you gotta do, and then, you're out of there. Huh, Tillith Bay, Liberal's Gate to the Great Sea. Okay, well, that's interesting to know. Okay, well, you're working really hard, so is everybody else. The Non-Aggression Pact. The mess with Richard. Of course, last I heard he's still in the stockade at Leiston Fortress under guard 24/7. Uh-oh. Huh. Really? Oh, so all of his little people are still out there. Still, something up? Wander around the ship again? Pretty much. I never rode airships much before now, so it's all kind of new to me still. Gotcha. Yeah, full bracers do a lot of traveling, so airships are real handy. Heck, we probably use them even more than merchants and whatnot. Yeah, I remember how Dad was always out on business. I wonder how he's doing. Last I heard, he was made top general of the army, so I bet he's busy. It'd make our eyes spin. Just desserts for the man who always tried to make it as easy as he could. It is kind of hard to imagine Dad being busy somehow. I'm curious though, Agate. You seem to respect Dad more or less, so why do you always trash talk him so much? It's not trash talking, really. Besides, your old man's the one who's rude, you know. Every time he sees me, it's all, good work, or what a good kid. Treat me like some fresh-faced punk. Yeah, Dad does like to tease people. But that's how he is to everyone, though, so I never paid much attention to him. You know, you're kind of lucky being a girl and all. If you were his son, you'd probably be in the middle of a huge rebellious phase right about now. Really? A father is sort of a wall for a son to overcome, you see. Going up against a wall the size of Cassius? Yeah, that'd lead to one hell of a complex, I bet. Well, I guess it's more of a guy thing, but does that mean that you've got a complex about my dad, Thenegate? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Just leave it. Just like your dad. Ha! Anyway, Zeiss is coming up. We're getting off soon, so don't wander too far. What do you have to say? Oh yeah, the non-aggression pact. With Erebonia. Okay, so we're signing it with Erebonia to try to reconcile. Huh, and all three nations. I'm in quest with Queen Alicia, bring both the Empire and the Republic to the same table like that. So now that we've talked to all of them, head down here, you get a little ding-dong, and we are, landing. Getting off the Cecilia, into the city of Zeiss. Nice. Yeah, again, make sure that you talk to Oliver twice, because you want to get that book. If you don't do it now, it is lost forever. You can never go back. So it's pretty important that you do that now. Well, it's actually extremely important that you do that now if you want a pretty good weapon later on. Okay, first stop for us should be the guild house here in Zeiss. We need to check in with Kilika. Kilika? A rather exotic name for liberal. It sounds Eastern. It sounds like something ripped directly from Final Fantasy X, if you asked me. What kind of woman is she, I wonder? You never give up, do you? Let's just say that she isn't your average woman. She's bolder than Sherazard and capable of running a guild house as the queen herself, and she's a master of Eastern martial arts. In fact, a word of advice, don't even try unless you want to rearrange your face. Now my interest is positively piqued. What are we waiting for then? Let us away to... Whoa! It's an earthquake! The fury of Kilika! The dock's gonna collapse! Run for your lives! The port's designed to endure high-magnitude earthquakes. It can easily handle one this small. Please, don't panic. That was really difficult to read. They shouldn't have the text shaking like that. That was kind of crazy. And I'm too old to read crap like that anymore. It stopped. Thank God, yes, that's over. Everyone, please come to reception in orderly fashion. Let's not panic. Whew! It's been a while since I was in an earthquake. That was so cool! It's actually been a while since I was in an earthquake, too, and hell, I live in Nevada. It shouldn't be that long of a time since I've been in one, but it's been like 4 years. That was a great way of getting welcome to Zeiss. It wasn't very strong, but attention, world. Please wait until I'm not on scaffolding before you shake again. Love, Estelle. I'll sign that letter, too. It's rare for us to get an earthquake in Liberal, though. Really? Yeah, hell, I can't remember the last time I felt one. Let's get to the guild house and see what the damage is. Hey, it's Kilika. So there was no serious damage at the central factory. Thank goodness. The city has also remained calm for the most part. I believe that there's little to worry about in that front. I understand. Please, continue to do what you can. Your timing is quite serendipitous. Thank you for coming, Estelle, Agate. I imagine your welcome at the port was quite warm. Yeah, kind of. It's been a while, Kilika. And as usual, you already know everything that's happened. Good to see you again, Kilika. Likewise, I'm glad to see that you're here. And you two would be Oliver Lenheim and Her Highness, Princess Claudia, I believe. Or should I say, Miss Chloe Rins. I'm Kilika. I handle reception here at the Zeiss branch of the Guild. A pleasure to meet you two. No, the pleasure's ours. My word, but your beauty eclipses even what I expected. Madam, allow your humble servant Oliver Lenheim to improvise a song to... According to Jean, you both officially registered as assistants, yes? Assistants are free to use the rest area upstairs just as normal bracers do. Feel free to use it to relax, for meetings, etc. Thank you. Yes, but my If you wish to play your lute, you're welcome to play it upstairs. Do restrain yourself to reasonable limits, however, if you please. Yes, ma'am. Wow, I think Killica might be even harder on Oliver than Shara. Anyway, how are things looking in terms of work piled up? We do have some work posted, but nothing urgent at the moment. You're welcome to attend to it as you see fit, but... What's up, Killica? You look like you're thinking about something. It's not a normal job, but a request from the guild. In your position as the group investigating the Society of Ouroboros, I'd like you to check on something. What do you... Oh, this is a bit sudden. What do you mean? It's actually what you might expect. I want you to investigate the earthquake that just happened. Investigate the earthquake? You mean like go around asking about damage? Well, sure, but what is... Yes, that as well, but 3 days ago, a similar earthquake occurred at Wolf Fort. It lasted about 10 seconds, and the quake wasn't strong enough to cause any real damage. Well, just like the last quake that we got. There's one particularly odd point, however. The earthquake at the Wolf Fort did not affect the city of Zeiss. Huh? That is strange. If I recall the map correctly, the Wolf Fort's not far from the city. An earthquake centered there certainly would have been felt here in the city, at least to a small extent. It was a weak quake, so if it's possible, we simply didn't notice it. Still, your friend is right. It does seem unusual, unnatural. I can't help but feel a terrible sense of foreboding about it. I think I get it. Just like with our ghost, weird stuff like this makes me curious, too. Sure, we'll take the job. I guess we should ask around the city and Wolf Fort, right? Yeah, I'll be counting on you too. Mr. Murdoch is already gathering information about the quake in the city. However, I expect he'll be thorough, so you don't need to worry about the city. Okay then, so off to Wolf Fort. Ultimately, this is just my personal suspicion, remember. It's nothing urgent. Feel free to investigate as you see fit while working on other jobs. Besides, I believe you have somewhere to say hello to, yes? Oh yeah, we saw a new gospel too, so we really should go see Tita and Professor Russell. That seems like a good idea. Let us delay our guild work until we say hello then. Come, let us reunite with Tita with joyful hugs. When the heck did you take the lead? Whatever, let's get to Gramps' workshop. Well, first things first, you said that we could use upstairs, so let's head on up here and talk to this guy. Aren't you Estelle, that recently promoted senior? Yeah, that's me. Excuse me, I'm Wong, with the Zeiss branch. I see, I'm Estelle, nice to meet you. I've heard about your work here and there. After all the successes you've had, it's only natural that you're a full bracer already. Thanks, but I'm still in training. I've got a lot to learn still. Never forget the attitude of a beginner, huh? Pretty admirable sentiment. Hope I can follow your example. Incidentally, did you know Gundolf is out on a job? Yeah, I heard it from Jean. We came to Zeiss in part to help pitch in while he's gone. Ah, gotcha, thanks. That'll be a great help. Sorry for the trouble, but I hope you'll help out around here once in a while. Agate, looking forward to working with you as well. Yeah, same here. Help out the best that I can. Well, let's all work together and do our best. Okay, well, very nice. Thank you. Let's go ahead and grab some of the quests. Something about a stolen sign. Have to talk to Killica about that. Training assistants. Ooh, a special training program to ask for the winners of the martial arts competition for the first game. Somebody with orbital gun experience. Oh, like Oliver, is that right? Monster in Claudia Tunnel and a monster on Track Plains. Well, let's go ahead and talk to her about the sign. Seems you had to look at the bulletin board. Will you help with the investigation too? Sure. By the sign, you mean the sign with the crest that hangs outside the branch? Yeah, that sign was stolen. There's no particular practical problems as is, but the emblem is the symbol of the guild's mission and duty. With that stolen, we can't just sit quietly. It's kind of hard to ignore that. Looks like someone's insulted us. So how did it come down? It was discovered yesterday around noon by branch bracer Wong. When he came back to report, he realized that the sign was missing. We think that the crime happened during the day then. I was away at the time on other business, but a worker in front of the branch witnessed it. It seems that the criminal in person was in a disguise. Disguise? Estelle, could it be? Seems that you have a suspicion. How about this? Beauteous princess and her companions, the soul of gathered heroes is in my hands. Should you desire its release, you must defeat my curse. The first key is in the city. Search the back of the 40-year-old man. This card was sent shortly after the crime was discovered. From the content, I assume it's declaring responsibility for the crime. It seems it's certain. I knew it. It's him. By him, I assume that you mean the Phantom Thief Blue Blanc? I've heard about the events in Ruan from Jean. I suppose this case marks a challenge from Phantom Thief B. Interesting. It's a challenge from none other than my rival. Of course I shall accept. Seems kind of one-sided, yeah? Don't matter. He picked this fight. We gotta take it back. Anyway, let's start an investigation with what the card says. Well, the card's in the city, the back of the 40-year-old man, huh? Well, if we take it straight as is, I guess we gotta look for an older guy. Certainly looking at it in a literal sense, it would mean that, but after the case at the school, I think it's clear that it won't be that straightforward. Those messages were all metaphors, weren't they? I wonder if this is one too. Who knows? No point in worrying about it. Let's start investigating the city. I think that's the only real option. Well then, I expect good results. Leave it to us. Okay, well, we're gonna go explore the city and look into that missing sign next time. Now let's play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.